Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of December 3rd in my Erin Condren Vertical Neutral, my memory planner. So this is the week of Hanukkah. There was like one day of Hanukkah in the week before, but then the whole week is Hanukkah. I have this Winter Mist kit from Scribble Prints Co. I've actually used this kit in my personal wide already, which I like never do. I always use kits in here first, but just because this was the only Hanukkah kit I bought and I have like so many extras, so I saved all the full boxes I wanted for my memory spread. Anyway, I do have the Fashion Girls. I do have this Hanukkah add-on, which I used some of in my personal wide, and then I saved like pretty much my favorite full boxes so that I could use them in this spread. I'm going to use this with an overlay as my quote box. I've got the washi. I did use the date cover, so I pulled out foil. I have all the checklists, some pattern washi and headers, which I don't really use. I saved enough sidebar stuff for here, and this, it's a Scribble Prints Co. Ultimate Kit, so it comes with so much stuff. So I was like not at all worried about being able to use this in two spreads. But yeah, so anyway, I am going to go ahead and jump in. If you want to see what the original personal wide spread for this looked like, go over to my Instagram at My Crafty Plans and you can check that out. Oh, I also did grab a bunch of Simply Gilded washi and one Scribble Prints Co. washi as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, and I think I'm gonna attempt this as a talk through. So we had a super nice Hanukkah. If I've already talked like a little bit about our Hanukkah, I felt like my daughter was like super, like way more able to understand this year, and she was like able to do the blessings and super into opening presents. Actually, after Hanukkah ended, she was like, where's my present tonight? Like, what do you mean there's no present? So it was really funny. I feel like Hanukkah can make you a little bit bratty as a kid because you get presents for 8 nights, which is, you know, a long time, especially when you are 2.5. But it was super, super fun and we had a good time. And yeah, so that was that. And as well, so actually what I thought I would do is kind of share a story from my own childhood about Hanukkah, but it is also my sort of plug for why representation in the media matters, which is like a super hot topic right now. But I mean, and I think well deserving, like not, you know, not just for everyone. Everyone should be able to see like people like themselves on TV and in movies and stuff like that. And you don't think that it matters, but then, you know, I remember this thing from my childhood and I'm like, you know what, this is actually super important in like a really tangible way. So the story is actually about my dad and Adam Sandler. I'm gonna run this Scribble Prints Co. washi just like right across the middle. Not like we don't know Adam Sandler, it's just about the Hanukkah song actually. But first up, let me actually just give a shout out to Creative Galaxy, which is a kids show on Amazon Prime. And it's on like, that's like their own content. And if you are a Prime member, you can watch it for free. I mean, if you have kids, not like, you should not watch it if you don't have kids. It's not like a good show. It's just a good kids show. And Puppy Dog Pals on the Disney Channel, because both of those shows have Hanukkah specials or Hanukkah included in their winter holiday special, etc. Creative Galaxy actually has Kwanzaa as well, so they do a very good job with inclusivity in general. And Puppy Dog Pals has like a latke caper that's like really cute, and it pairs with their Christmas episode. So it's like a, you know, like a 2-part episode. One is Christmas and one is Hanukkah, and I really appreciate that. It's very hard to find like kids shows with Hanukkah. I don't remember any from growing up, and those were the only 2 I could find. So if you know of any other ones, let me know in the comments down below. But I like that my daughter was able to watch those and be like, okay, you know, not that she thinks about it, but right, that's the thing, is it's like it's automatic. She's celebrating Hanukkah and now she's seen like a world where other people celebrate Hanukkah. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this down. I have an overlay for this, like a quote overlay, or well, it just says Happy Hanukkah. But anyway, so yeah, so this story is about the first time I ever heard the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler, which is like the only Hanukkah song that gets played on the radio still. I mean, there's like 4 versions of it now. And this story is actually more about like my dad, but so basically it's my dad grew up in the 1950s and he remembers like a very different world where there not only was like inclusivity not a thing, but like, you know, there was some outright bigotry that he kind of had to deal with growing up. And he, if you've ever seen the movie Liberty Heights, like when I first saw that with him, he like remembers a lot of things from that. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's a great movie, so you should definitely watch it. And it's just about like growing up in Baltimore in the 1950s. He was actually in Baltimore for a little, but he more grew up in Philly, but even still, it's just kind of applicable to everywhere. But yeah, anyway, so I have these from ColourPop as well. So I don't remember what year this was. This is a very vivid childhood memory though. It was the 3rd. Let me do the date dots and then I'll tell the story. Okay, so let me preface this by saying like everyone in my family loves Adam Sandler. And my husband doesn't really understand it like at all. And he's like, okay, maybe it makes sense for your mom to like Adam Sandler because that's like kind of my mom's sense of humor. She like, you know, loves Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack and like other movies like that. Like that's kind of stupid funny, like old school Adam Sandler, not like, you know, not Jack and Jill Adam Sandler, if you will. But anyway, everyone in my family has like a soft spot for Adam Sandler, and I think it's because of the Hanukkah song, because like my dad is like not into comedy. Like that is not his sense of humor. I don't really like, I can't think of anything that like my dad has like found like super funny. Not that like he's a nice guy and like everything. It's just he's like definitely more into like action movies. He doesn't watch like SNL or anything like that. But everyone loves Adam Sandler, and like my husband was just like, why does your dad love Adam Sandler? Like that literally makes no sense. Like I bet he doesn't like one Adam Sandler movie, but he still like loves Adam Sandler. And I was just like, it's because of the Hanukkah song. Like, you know, Adam Sandler is like out there being cool and like being Jewish and making money, and that is something my dad respects and even appreciates. I'm gonna use one of these, this like the beigey color, and this is from the new winter sampler. I just have this color. I have some other blue stuff, but I just really wanna use these. That's like little snowflakes. So I'm just gonna put one over here. So yeah, so the first time I ever heard the Hanukkah song, like I don't even know how young I was, but like we were in the car driving somewhere, and like we never listened to Christmas music growing up. Like my parents, their philosophy towards Christmas was like to ignore it and pretend it didn't exist. And we lived in a really Jewish area, so that was like possible. I don't really remember like Christmas as a child. Like I remember it existing eventually, but I never celebrated it until I was an adult. And my husband like converted when we got married, but obviously we like celebrate with his family and everything in like a very non-religious fashion. But yeah, so I don't remember it as a kid, and like we never listened to Christmas music or watched Christmas movies or anything like that. So we just like had the radio on. It was Q102 in Philadelphia, and the Hanukkah song came on, and my dad was just like, what is this? Okay, I don't have the glitter headers for this, so I pulled out a bunch of different things. I'm gonna use these leftovers in the blue with these overlays, these from Sadie Stickers and these from Rose Colored Days. And I'm just gonna go through all 4 of them, and I'll do the overlays at the end. So he like turned the radio all the way up, listened to it, and then like was like, who is this? What is this? And my dad is like cracking up in the car and like almost crying and just like just so into it. And of course, which made my brother and I like super into it. And we don't like get it at all. And like he's like laughing so hard. Like I don't know if I've ever seen my dad laugh this hard. And he's just like so happy. And I like never really thought about it. I just was like, oh, this is a funny song my dad likes. And I was like, oh, and it's a Hanukkah song. I mean, I was just a kid. And I can like remember not understanding the line like, tell your friend Veronica it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. And I was like, I don't get it. Why doesn't Veronica know that it's time to celebrate Hanukkah? And my dad is like explaining to me that that's like not a Jewish name, like that that is like a really non-Jewish, like a very Gentile name, and so she probably doesn't know it's Hanukkah, and that's why it's funny. And like I can still to this day, I must have been like 8, remember my dad like explaining that to me, and he just really liked it, and I just never really thought about it until I was an adult and I was explaining to my husband why my family likes Adam Sandler so much, but also you know, thinking about it from like the perspective of being a parent now, and that now I have to think about these things not like for myself but on behalf of my own children. And okay, so most unfortunately, my camera cut out and I didn't hear it cut out, which I usually do. But anyway, I was actually almost done talking, and I was mostly did the full boxes in like silence to speed up anyways. But anyway, so I have, I put down the full boxes from the kit. I used the girl on one of the Hanukkah boxes, and then these overlays are from a sticky committee sheet that was like a Hanukkah sheet, and this one is from Art Box Stickers, and then I grabbed a snowflake from Nicole Alexia Designs as well. So that is what I have done overlays, and I'm gonna jump in with the sidebar and I will just finish what I was saying. So basically I was just saying, like, thinking about it for my own kids and just wanting them to growing up feeling normal and feeling like there's other people out there that are like them, that are the same, you know, religion and same culture as them. I think that particularly because we don't live in a very Jewish area, which I grew up in a very Jewish area, like I mentioned, so that is like especially important to me. And yeah, I just want them to feel normal and like that there's other people out there. The population of this country, there's only 2% of the population of the United States is Jewish, and it's less than 0.2% of the world population. So it may not be, you know, as visible as like the color of your skin for being a minority, but it is certainly a minority. And I just want them to feel, you know, safe and valid. And I think that's kind of what everybody wants for their kids. Well, I mean, not the only things, like obviously I want a lot of things for my kids, you know, but yeah. So anyway, that is all I was trying to say. So sorry for the huge tangent, not planner related, but it's gotta, you know, talk about these kinds of things, and it is my channel. So I'm gonna use this for meals, and then this I just decided to give myself a scotch of extra space for some extra memory keeping. We did have, like I said, a really fun holiday week, so nice to have that extra space, and I don't really need to mark anything else. But this washi is super janky, so I'm gonna replace that. And then I grabbed these scripts from Rose Colored Days, and I'm going to use them as headers, which is usually what I do. That is not very unusual. And then I will be ready to go day by day. Okay, so that morning we just kind of like hung out and played all morning. My daughter had just gotten a trampoline on the first night of Hanukkah, like a little mini one, like the kind that has the handle to hold on. So she was just having so much fun playing with that. So we just kind of did that all morning. My son took like a good nap, and he was still like, yeah, so anyway, it was just like a pretty chill morning, but super fun. And then my daughter like bounced herself exhausted. Then as well, I went for like a fitness walk with the kids in the stroller, so that was nice. I have these Fox and Pip girls that I love. So I actually did like a bunch of hills. I went on the hilly side of our neighborhood, which I don't usually do, so it actually felt like real exercise. And then we actually had, I'm just gonna squeeze this in the bottom, but we actually just had to have a locksmith come to our house. And maybe I'll put a little thing behind that. Yeah, so we had to have a locksmith come because I'm gonna move this up a little because we had to get our locks changed. We had like a misplaced key incident that was just a little outside our comfort zone. So I'm sure everything would have been fine, but just in case. And actually the locksmith, that was like a really pleasant experience. I feel like I've had a lot of like bad like home worker experiences, but the locksmith was a very pleasant experience. But anyway, so that is what we did this morning. And in case you can't tell, I'm actually filming this the next like one day later than when I started, because I just ran out of time, and as you can probably see that my nails look a million times better, because I actually got them, I just got back from getting them done, which I haven't done in so long. And I have these like little icon overlays, because we are leaving for vacation this week, and I just decided I was gonna get gel nails before we went away, so I went and did that this morning. Okay, so that is that, and then I probably didn't really need to squeeze that in, but that's okay. So that night I actually had like an epic night of beauty. I took a bath, and I like blew out my hair and flat ironed it, and I painted my nails, and I took a bath. So I did like all of the things, because the next day I had like my big meeting downtown with like a new kind of like feeder company that I'm going to be doing work with. So if you saw my last Erin Condren, I did like a little bit of a life catch up. I think I put the bath like this, because then I don't even have to write it in. I know what that means. But yeah, so I basically, I'm going to use a brush just for the solid color. And I have these nail polishes from Scribble Prints Co. Actually, I'm gonna use this silver, even though this is like gold foil. I feel like, actually, okay. I feel like I can mark all these things separate. I have the space. So like I've left my full-time job, and I am like going to be doing freelance, and my old company and this other company basically are gonna feed me the freelance work. So it seems like a pretty good deal. I mean, hopefully it works, so we'll see. But anyway, so I had my meeting with like this other company the next day, so I wanted to get all like looking my best for that. I guess whatever. Okay, I will make that work. I probably should have switched these two, but that's fine. Okay, so then my daughter had school on Tuesday, and so what we did was I took her, like, usually we take her to go to early care just because like the traffic is pretty terrible, and my husband takes her sometimes and I take her sometimes. But anyway, so I took her to school, like for regular drop off, or you know, whatever, because we were waiting so that our nanny could come and watch my son, and then I was gonna drive right downtown from school because it seemed silly to like, it's in the same direction, so it seemed silly to like, you know, try and come home in between or anything like that. Anyway, so I took my daughter to school, and then I drove downtown, and like it's honestly not that far, like, but with traffic it's so bad. Oh my gosh, so I was just in the car forever. I mean, worth it. The meeting went super well. Whoa, oh no, 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 no. Okay, it's okay. That was potentially horrible. Okay, so yeah, so I went, is there a smaller flag? Yeah, this is a little bit smaller. So I went, and we had like a breakfast meeting. Actually, like, why am I trying to squeeze this in? Honestly, I didn't like, after I'm gonna change my mind and go big instead of going small, because basically I haven't gotten dressed to like go to office or go to work or anything or do an interview or whatever since before my daughter was born. Like, legitimately, I've worked from home and like have not seen a client or been to an office since then. So after my meeting, I pretty much just like zonked out on the couch for like the rest of the day. I was gone like all morning. I mean, I still had to pick my daughter up from school, so we had a breakfast meeting. I'm going to use one of these food stickers from Inky and the Brain, and it was nice and like whatever. And then I got home, I don't know, like maybe around like 11:30 from that. And I just legitimately just like sat on the couch the rest of the day, just doing nothing. So I'm just gonna use one of these like quiet time Fox and Pip girls that I love for that. And I'm just actually just gonna go ahead and stick her right on. Yeah, so I basically just spent the rest of the day recovering from that. At night, I just like didn't do anything. This is the first time I've worn like business clothes in like 3 years. Which like, I mean, interviews also in general are exhausting. Although it was like, it kind of didn't feel like an interview. It kind of did. It was like a little bit of like me interviewing them, a little bit of them interviewing me. Anyway, on Wednesday, I took the kids to story time at the library, which I haven't done in a really long time. I'm almost out of these station stickers, but before, like these are customs, but before I order more, I'm gonna like see if I actually start going again because like I said, we haven't been in a really long time. So if I start going more frequently, I'll get another set of these. I'm gonna use this really big munchkin. So yeah, so we went to the library for story time. It was pretty fun. Saw some people we haven't seen in a while, so it's all nice. And then we went to Walmart. These are from Planning World, and I like the haul for this and some other stickers that you might see in this is going to be up really soon. But these are actually misfits, which is why the cart is a little bit off center, but still totally usable. Then that afternoon, my daughter was just like so sleepy, like honestly, and then she woke up with like a super high fever, which I don't know, this has happened a couple times now, and I'm just like calling them exhaustion fevers. Like she's not really sick, and then like the next day she's totally fine, but like so her fever actually was like 103 degrees that night. So then I pulled her out of school the next day like in advance because you can't have a fever and then go to school. But like she was honestly like totally fine the next day. So she was home. That was her first ever sick day. So I just got these from Paper and Milk, and I didn't take her to the doctor, but she was playing doctor all day, and it was the cutest thing ever. She just got like a doctor set, like a stethoscope and stuff, and like this little toy shot, and she's like really into giving everybody shots for Hanukkah the night before, and she was just like checking everyone and everything, and it was like so cute. So she was playing doctor like all day or all afternoon. Super cute. And then that night we just kind of like chilled and like just binge watched some stuff. Nothing like too specific, but I have these new channel surfing girls from Fox and Pip, and I feel like this was a really unbusy day, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of these. Yeah, so that was just good. And then on to Thursday. So Thursday was my daughter's, like I said, my daughter's first ever sick day from school. Like she was honestly fine, but you know, just better safe than sorry. I don't want to like infect other kids. And those are the rules. So she was just home. That is from Once More with Love. And then, but then I actually felt like really blah all day. Like just like, so I really didn't feel good and like whatever. And I'm, you know, and then it turned out that there was a very good reason, and I got, this is like way too much information, but yeah, I got my first postpartum time of the month, unfortunately, so that's probably way too much information, but that is mom life. It's like a full month earlier than I got it back with my daughter, so I'm super not happy about that, but okay. And then that night I actually like had a hot chocolate, and like we didn't have any milk, and I like ended up just Amazon nowing milk. That's like how bad I wanted this hot chocolate. So I'm gonna mark that because it seems important. I used one of these on the side. I'm gonna use a quarter box. I just made like a really epic hot chocolate, and just like we had a relaxing evening after that. But yeah, anyway, I was a really epic cup of hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate, and I just like make it like real from like cocoa, like with like cocoa powder and sugar, not like a mix. So then on Friday, we went on a Starbucks run to start our day. And since my daughter was feeling like hadn't really been sick and was like 100% fine on Thursday, I decided it was okay to take her to the Hanukkah party at her school. So we went to that. It was really fun. I'm actually just gonna use a quarter box for that. It was like pretty short, like time-wise, although it was really fun, and there was a million people there. I'm gonna use one of these little hearts to mark that from Clever Gal Crafts. So we did that, and then because it was such a short activity, I actually took the kids to this place that we go to sometimes, just because like we needed another activity, and that had been like such a short activity. My daughter calls that place Ball Pits, and it's like the best. She loves it there. Anyway, so we did that, and then my husband actually came home for lunch. He didn't bring anything because we had a lot of food in the house, but he did come home, and then he just worked from home in the afternoon. So I just, my favorite, take a meal little thing and then stick a foiled sticker over it. Anyway, yeah, so that was nice. A lot of times he has like a pretty light day on Fridays, and he's in like this like really like long 6 weeks training right now, or like planning, I guess, not training. And it's like Tuesday through Thursday every week, and it goes into January. They're taking off like for everyone to take their vacations at the end of the year, but it's like really intense schedule. So it's nice that he got to come home early on Friday. Let me use a fancy label for that. Just why not? And then that night I actually took a bath, and I had just like a relaxing evening. You know, just relaxed and hung out and whatever. I feel like I'm usually really tired by the end of the week. And this was an intense week. It was a lot going on. All the Hanukkah fun, sick kids, interviews. It's a lot. So on Saturday, I was just like up really early before like any of the kids or anything. So I had some coffee time, which is it's honestly like, I love it. And once my son is sleeping through the night, I will start like doing that more regularly, like actually like on purpose waking up, but like when I'm not forcing myself to wake up when he still gets up in the middle of the night, sometimes more than once too. So yeah, so once he does sleep through the night, then I will think about setting an alarm, but it's because it's just like such an enjoyable time, like when I can just sit, chill, read the news, or, you know, look at my planners and have some coffee and relax before everyone wakes up. And then my son was actually like in such a cranky mood this day, and he is like, honestly, he is like, we call him like the easy second baby. Like he is like, if you are trying to like convince your spouse or your partner that it's time to have kids, like come see my son. He is like the easiest little like guy. He's like so chill. But he was just in a terrible mood and like horrible crankiness, and I don't know, first I thought he wasn't feeling good, but then I actually think he was getting his teeth. I'm going out of order. Yeah, and he actually still, like, he's still, like, not back to himself. I think, like, his one tooth is, like, just poked through, and I feel like the other one is probably coming too. So anyway, then we went out to, but we actually, like, sometimes it's better to just get out of the house. So we actually went out to lunch, and honestly, it went super well, which I was, like, kind of not expecting. That's, like, the same color as what's next to it. Ah, and that's the same color as what's above it. Okay, let's try something different here. Fancy label. It is. Okay, so yeah, so we went out to lunch, and my husband's birthday was like the Monday after this, so we decided to just go out for like a nice lunch, and we went to like Jack Allen, which is like a nice sit-down restaurant. It was super delicious. So we did that, and that was really fun. And then I actually decided to like plan and film on this day because I knew that like we were gonna have kind of a busy Sunday and the kids like took a long nap on Saturday, so I just went ahead and, you know, got my stuff out of the way, which was fine. And I am gonna use one of these. Ugh, I love these winter planners. I'm so excited. I've been like saving these. I like wanted to use this sheet with so many times, but I was like, nope, you gotta wait till you do the winter kits. Like, they have snowflakes on them. Wait until you're doing winter kits. Anyway, so then I had like a planning and filming sesh, and we didn't really do anything else that day, so awesome that I squeezed everything up top in. May I just mark something down? We had just like a really, you know what I'll do? I'll do a journaling box. Let's do it. I haven't done one in a while, and I will use a bow to mark that from Clever Gal Crafts. I just got some more bows in, so thank goodness for that, because I am starting to run low on some of these sheets, on some of the colors. I love these. I understand that she's not like, that they're hard to cut and they're like really error prone, so, but I'm really, every time like they go on sale, I'm just like, or that she has them in the shop, I'm like, grab all the bows, grab all the bows. Anyway, oh, while I'm over here, let me grab a weekend banner too. I love these like hello weekends with the hearts in the middle. I need to like use some of the other weekend banners I have, but I'm definitely gonna order more of these when I'm like running a little bit lower. Anyway, then on to Sunday. On Sunday, we went to this thing that was like sponsored by our local JCC, but it was like basically like a family meetup at someone's house who lives in your neighborhood, which is really nice because I often, like, we don't live super close to the JCC, and like often feel like there's not so many Jewish people out here. I actually know the person who hosted, but so we went, and that was really fun, and it's like a nice thing to do on the last day of Hanukkah. And then on the way home from that, we picked up from Freebirds. My husband is like really mad at Chipotle right now because usually we would like only ever go to Chipotle, but I thought Freebirds was really good, and honestly, like I don't know that I could super like care about the difference. I guess Freebirds seemed a little bit saltier, but maybe I just got like a weird batch. But anyway, yeah, so we did that, and then we just had like kind of a really chill day, and it was also the last night of Hanukkah. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Happy Hanukkah sticker to mark that because it was the last night. Like we like really talked up that it was the last night because we were like worried that my daughter was gonna like freak out the next night, which she like she did, not like too bad, but like she was definitely like, oh, where's my present? And then when I told her it wasn't Hanukkah anymore, she was like, well, then it's my birthday. And I was like, that's really cute, but also not how that works. Anyway, and we just had like a very chill and relaxing day, other than, you know, what we did in the morning. My son was definitely still feeling cranky, but not like, maybe not as bad as he was on Saturday. As usual, I have a sticker explosion around my desk. But yeah, so I'll just grab one more Fox and Pip Girl, and let me pop this open and take a look at it. Cute, and I am gonna go ahead and like deco / washi this up. Okay, so the only thing about this kit's deco is like a Christmas tree. I mean, granted it's got like blue and white lights, but like it's a Christmas tree and like a wreath, and those aren't really Hanukkah things. Those are really Christmas things. So I didn't use a good deal of the deco, but I did use a couple of the pieces. Honestly, I like love these boots. They're so cute. Anyway, I am gonna turn off the camera and get this all filled out, and I will be right back. Okay, that is everything all filled out. I love how this looks, so pretty. I love like actually the gold and silver together, which, like, you guys know I never mix my metals, but this is maybe like, I don't know, I'm not quite there yet. But anyway, I do think this looks so pretty. I did all of my writing on the stickers in a Sharpie Ultrafine and the writing in the planner in a Pigma Micron. Let me show you what I have left from the kit. Quite a bit, because it is the Scribble Prints Co Ultimate Kit. So I have a bunch of this stuff left, icons, like even a box, flag, movie marquee, just so much stuff. Obviously, like, it's way too much stickers. This is why I usually buy mini kits, but this was an ultimate exclusive, a bunch of little things. So much stuff. Anyway, I did use this whole sheet, which is exciting. That is everything for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!